Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I just wanted to do a quick video. Since spring is finally here, we are getting ready for our first RV trip of the year. But before we hit the road, there are a few things that would literally make or break your first trip. And trust me, we have learned these the hard way. Today, what we're going to talk about in this video is that we've been traveling for RVing for almost 25 years now. There are a lot of things that we do that we have learned over the years that we need to do before we take that first trip in the spring. So let's get into it. All right, y'all might think I'm crazy, but one of the first things I check, probably the first thing I check, is to make sure that nothing is wrong with my drum brakes. Because the second camper that we owned, probably back in 2006, I was on the way to a camping trip, and somebody come speeding up beside me, pointing at the back of our fifth wheel, and was pointing and making a bunch of hand gestures. We pulled over and went to the back driver's side rear tire, and it was smoking bad. Come to find out, one of our brake shoes inside the drum had fallen off and gotten wedged in there, and it was all causing all kinds of sparks and smoke. So the first thing I do before I go on a big trip or anywhere is I jack this thing up. And I know y'all probably think I'm crazy, but I jack this thing up and I spin the tire and listen for any noise that sounds weird. I know it could happen down the road, but for my peace of mind, to make sure that it doesn't happen before I leave here, I jack this thing up. So I got it jacked up just high enough off the ground to spin this tire and see if I can hear anything crazy. If I don't, it's a good day. Sounds normal to me. It's rolling like it's supposed to. No crazy noises. So we're good on that one. The next thing I check, still right here at the tire, is all the lug nuts to make sure that nothing came loose or backed off or backed out loose towards the end of last season, and I just didn't know anything about it. So I always check my lug nuts every spring and pretty much every trip, just to be sure. Good to go. The last thing you want is that tire coming off. I only have one of them, so if that thing comes off in mid-flight, I'm in trouble. On to the next thing. Now, these tires are Goodyear endurance tires, and I know that these trailer tires right here are supposed to be pumped up to 80 psi cold. I usually run them about 70 psi. Makes everything good. It rides good, and I've never had a problem with them. Just something to think about. Always check your air pressure in your tires before you roll out. See so many people sitting on the side of the road. 72 psi. Good to go. See so many people sitting on the side of the road in the springtime and summertime with blown out tires. Date codes out, cracks in their tires from dry rot and over or under inflated pressure. A lot of the problems. Next thing I want to talk about is this water heater. So we don't have a tankless hot water heater. We have the old Suburban 6-gallon tank. So before we hit the road in the springtime, the first thing I do is take this cap off, or this cover off, make sure there are no mud daubers or wasp made nests up in here. Other thing I do is I change out this anode rod. I used to think it was called an annoyed rod. Like you're annoyed at something, but now I know it's called an anode rod. Anyway, we drained the complete system over the winter, haven't put any water back in it, so I usually just let this thing sit in here over the winter so I don't have to worry about it loose, and then just take it out and replace it with a brand new one. And I do it every year. I think they cost like 17 bucks on Amazon for 2 of them. Last year, oh, look at that. Beautiful. That's why I change them every year. Obviously, there's some water right there. Ate through it all year. Next thing I do before I replace it with the new anode rod, this is the kind I buy right here. Comes on Amazon in a 2-pack. Nice, already comes with your tape on there. You don't have to worry about it. Like I said, 17 bucks on Amazon. What I did at the end of last year is I cleaned it out. I stuck the hose up in there and cleaned it out. But I'm gonna go ahead and clean it out again to make sure it's nice and clean, and then that'll be good for the water heater. So like I mentioned before, this is what I use right here to clean out the hot water heater. It's like a little, got it on Amazon again, Amazon. Just press this nozzle. It's like a little pressure washer. And I just stick it up in here and just rinse it out, because there'll be a whole bunch of that white chalky mess come flying out here in a minute once it gets going. And for some reason, these anode rods just disintegrate to that chalky mess. So anyway, that's what I do. Run this thing around here for about 5 or 10 minutes, get everything perfectly clean. And I put the anode rod in, fill up the hot water heater, and off we go. Also, after I get the anode rod installed, I fill up this hot water tank, pressurize the lines of water so I can see if there's any leaks or anything like that. Another thing I do to make sure that the system is kind of flushed out is I open up my low water drain valves, let some water come out, make sure all the air is out, and look at that. Just run it for a few minutes or a few seconds, let all the air out. Make sure the lines are nice and clean for the first trip. Next thing I like to do is fill up this fresh water holding tank. Fill it up, I'll drain it, kind of get all the gunk out from the winter, fill it back up, turn the pump on, see if it's good to go. And when we do the water test, we make sure we test the sink here, we test the shower, we test the toilet. I go up underneath and check for any water leaks that may be coming out from underneath of the camper itself. But other than that, it's pretty simple in this. After we do the water test, like where we fill up the holding tank, the freshwater holding tank, fill it up once, drain it like I said, do all the necessary things to the water, then we do a propane test. It's always nice to know you don't have a propane leak, that you don't have a propane leak on your stove. There you go. All right, so the next thing that I like to do after I take care of everything on the ground is come up here and take this cover off to the AC and make sure that there's no wasp nests or mud daubers or birds made a nest in here or anything crazy, because we had a fifth wheel one time that the birds made a nest in front of the fifth wheel, and we took that bad boy on a trip for 3 days and did not know that we had a bird nest in there until the last day when we heard the little babies chirping. We made it home and mom went back to the babies, but I don't want there to be no reoccurring issue right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this off, inspect everything, blow everything out, we'll put the cover back on, and then move on to the roof. A ton of debris was down inside of that. I think that's the first time I've done it in 2 years. And that, I don't even know what to say. It was flat out filthy. All right, that takes care of cleaning the condensing unit, AC unit up on the roof. Next thing I need to do, and the final thing that we do, is I get up here and I clean this roof off, blow all the debris off, clean it off, and then seal all these things that need to be sealed. Nothing once a year is sufficient if you do it right the first time. So anyway, here we go. All right, so like I mentioned before, the last thing we do on this whole camper before we get this thing road ready to hit the road is I get up here and clean the roof. And what I do is I take the leaf blower and I blow all the debris off. You saw me get into the air conditioning and get that all cleaned up. After we do the leaf blower and get all the leaves off and the debris off, then I get a bucket of water and just a little bit of Dawn Platinum. And then I kind of go over the whole roof. And you know, Dawn's a good degreaser, so it takes care of all the dirt and gets anything that was on here from the winter off, and rinse it off. And then after the roof is completely clean, we wash the sides down and get that all good to go. And that's it. Got a quick question for you. Do you guys have a telescoping ladder like this? I think we've had this ladder for probably 15, 16, at least 15 years. This thing is one of those must-have RV things for us. As far as anything else goes that we carry with us, this is absolutely like the most handy thing. I hear other RVers talk about it all the time, and it is definitely one of those things that we could not go RVing without. Super awesome. That bad boy goes up underneath the camper. It's not heavy, really nice.